Hi, I'm Kurt Damon. I'm the sales manager with Arnell Air Compressor. We're the authorized Ingersoll Rand dealer located here in Los Angeles, California. Today, we're at CW Restorations here in Huntington Beach, and we're going to help them select an air compressor because they're converting from solvent-style paint to waterborne paint. I'm here today with Chris Womack, founder and CEO of CW Restorations, and we're going to ask him a little bit about what you do here. Chris?
We're a custom hot rod shop, so we do a lot of ground-up restorations. We can do fabricating, metal work, all kinds of different things, but what we're really well known for is our paint and body. So a lot of people will bring the cars to us for that. Last season on the TV show Chop Cut Rebuild that airs on the Speed Channel, we built a 1941 Willys coupe, which went to SEMA and then went on to Grand Nationals to trophy in its class. Magnaflow Exhaust Company saw that vehicle and came to us and asked us to build a 1949 Chevy pickup for them, which is currently being filmed on the TV show Hot Rod TV. So really what's going on is that we're able to show exactly what we do here and show the quality of work that we do.
Okay, Chris, we're here at CW Restorations today because you're making the transition from the old style solvent-based paint to the new style waterborne paint. Tell me a little bit about what's involved in that.
Since 1998, we've been using legal solvent paints. But here in California, there's new regulations that cause us to cut the amount of emissions of volatile organic compounds, which are VOCs. So really what the paint companies are doing is coming with new waterborne paints. And so that's the direction that we need to go.
Across the nation now, this transition to waterborne paint is changing the way that shop owners like yourself look at the equipment they have as being able to support the new equipment to spray this paint. Can you tell me some of your concerns that you have when selecting an air compressor and what you're going to need out of that air compressor to make sure that you spray great paint jobs?
With the current compressor that we have, it has a lot of waters and oils and contaminants in it, and we need to reduce that because we do not want to add that into a waterborne paint. We've already changed over our paint booth to a SADA air filter system that will eliminate that. The next step is with an Ingersoll Rand compressor.
Okay, Chris, I think I have a pretty good idea of what you're trying to do here, this transition from the old solvent style paint over to waterborne. I think the first step in the process for me is to take a look at your old compressor system and we can go from there.
Okay, this is our unit. We've had this thing for at least 15 years as far as I know. And really, like I said in the past, it's not as efficient as an Ingersoll will be. We don't have a filter system on there, so we're blowing a lot of water and oil into the lines. Before
we start to size an air compressor, you tell me a little bit more about the other air tools and air consumption here in your shop.
Okay. Well, you know, I do have two garages, so on the other side we do a lot of fabricating, so we use a lot of air tools over there. And then of course our body shop here, we do a lot of orbital sanding, things like that. So the shop is about 4 guys, so at any given time we could have 4 people using air. And especially with the paint booth, we do, now that we're going to waterborne, we do have the jet dryers, which use a lot of air as well.
We may have an orbital sander or two. That's maybe 20 to 30 CFM between those tools. We have some open blow off, we have a guy painting, and we have some of the new waterborne spraying equipment that does require a bit more compressed air. So taking a look at your old system, I think what we're going to be talking about is a 15 horsepower, 60 CFM system that has all of the filtration built into it. We've taken a look at the voltage that you have here in your shop, which we've measured at 208 3-phase. So now the next thing to do is to call back over to Arnell Compressor and to the warehouse, have the guys get you a unit all set up, set it up for your voltage and test it, and in a couple of days we'll be back to start the installation process for you.
Can't wait for you to see this.
I think this should be good.
My guys did a really good job painting it.
So they spent a few days
Spent a few days, you know, just we really wanted to make you guys very happy with what we did to it.
Wow. Take a look at that new 15 horsepower unit.
So we used a green with a gold pearl on it, waterborne for the base color, and then glazurate clear over that. Jason and Ron painted it, and then Chris did the silver leaf with the red and black pinstriping on it.
The new CW Restoration Shop air compressor looks great. I think it accentuates everything that you guys do and the talents that you guys have here, and we're real happy to have it placed here. Now all we have to do is install it and start it for you. Okay, we're very excited to be back at CW Restorations today. We've brought Tim from Arnell Compressor, our factory certified installation technician. He's going to be going through the process of hooking up our 15 horsepower total air system today. That should be a pretty simple process, correct?
Sure.
Okay.
Not a problem.
All right, let's turn you loose and get this air compressor system going.
First of all, what we're going to do for the installation is we're going to be running a copper line from the main header down to the air compressor. We're using dielectric unions so not to cause electrolysis in the system. Electrolysis just makes the parts and pieces harder to come apart later on. We'll go ahead and we'll run our electrical connection up into the electrical box here. We'll run it into the main contact. That'll give us power. From there we'll go from what we call the EDV, which is electronic drain valve. We'll go from the EDV, which ejects condensate from the compressor. We'll go over to this, which is our oil water separator. The condensate goes in here. It'll spin out the air, and then the water will come down through here. It'll separate out, and then as the level comes up, environmentally friendly water will come out this end, so it'll be easily disposed of. I'll be mounting this over on the wall in a convenient spot so that you'll be able to service it.
Okay, Chris, we've completed the installation portion of the project. Tim from Arnell Compressor has gone through the factory startup procedure. I think the only thing left at this point is for you to press the start button on your brand new Ingersoll Rand air compressor.
All right.
Wow.
That is awesome. That thing is so quiet compared to what we had in here before. You couldn't talk in here, you had to go outside or you had to talk a lot louder. This is gonna be a lot easier for any of my customers to come in here, we can still talk, and for my guys to talk to each other when needed. The waterborne, this compressor is gonna bring our paint jobs to a whole nother level, and the restorations are just gonna be out of the park.
I'm very excited. This whole process, you know, with your facility is something that is going to be taking place a lot more across the country. We're glad to be a part of your shop now, and good luck with your new air compressor. We've got you all set up with package care, factory maintenance, and look forward to seeing some of the great paint jobs in the future coming out of CW Restoration.
Thank you.
All right.